Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Tom from PhoneUplink.com, and this is my full review of the LG Quantum for AT&T, a $50 Windows Phone 7 handset which features a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor, 512 MB of RAM, a 5 megapixel camera on the back, 16 GB of onboard storage, and a slide-out physical keyboard. Is this the phone for you? Let's find out right now in the full review. So like I said, the LG Quantum is an AT&T Windows Phone 7 smartphone, which is quite a new operating system. We haven't seen a whole lot of Windows Phone 7 devices yet. Microsoft just announced Windows Phone 7 a couple months ago, maybe a year ago, I don't quite remember. But it's a really new OS, not a whole lot of people know about it, there aren't a whole lot of phones out yet, but it is gaining a lot of traction, and I was very excited to try out this phone, just because of the unique look. And hey, I always like to look at new smartphones, so yeah, this is pretty cool. So let's do a quick hardware tour, and then we'll go into the software, which is the most interesting. So down here you've got your back and search buttons, which are both capacitive. You've got your home key or menu key, which takes you back to the menu or the home. Up here you've got your speaker grill. Up here you've got your recessed power button and your headphone jack. Down here you've got your 5 megapixel camera with flash, as well as a speaker grill right here for speakerphone, a Windows Phone 7 logo. On the side you've got your volume up and down, as well as a camera shutter, so if you want to take pictures without having to unlock the phone and go to the picture app, you can just hold that down for a couple seconds. Here you've got your micro USB for charging, and the most notable feature is the slide out physical keyboard, which is very nice, and we'll get into that later. As well, you also have a 3.5-inch WVGA display, and if you want to have a comparison, 3.5 inches is the same size as the iPhone 4 screen. So it's a pretty good size if you're used to 3.5 inches. So let's talk about the software first, which is obviously the best part. This is Windows Phone 7, which is the new operating system by Microsoft, which is very nice. They used to do Windows Phone, which was an okay operating system. It was like Windows Phone 6.5, things like that. They've done Windows Phone for a while, but they did a complete revamp with Windows Phone 7. Which is really, really nice. It's a very beautiful looking OS, and I'm going to go over it. So the first thing you see when you unlock the phone, or you turn on the phone, is this nice slide to unlock screen which shows the date and time, as well as a notification down here with how many emails you have. And also will bounce up and down to notify you. You need to slide up. And as well, up here you get information on your charge levels, if you're on Wi-Fi, on vibrate, and signal strength. So when you slide to unlock, you get these tiles, which is a new tile layout by Microsoft, which they like to call live tiles. And the reason they do that is because, as you can see, this tile, actually a lot of the tiles move from the home screens. As you can see, this tile, which just features me, it shows my latest update from Facebook, as well it also will move and change to show my picture. And you can get a lot of tiles that do that. Developers can enable these live tiles on their applications. I only have one, that's the only live tile I have on here right now. But you can have lots of live tiles, and you can customize these tiles. So let's say I don't want the AT&T radio app. You hold down on it and you can unpin it, or you can move it around. So I can put it in here, tap, and then there it is, so it's right there now. I'm just for organization, I'm a freak, OCD freak, so it's gotta be right there. So it's all perfect, but yes, you can organize it. As well, if you don't want something, you can click the X on it and completely remove it from your menu, but you can have all your apps, even the ones you don't have on the menu, right here. So this is a whole menu of all the applications you have, including the ones over here, just so you can go look through here, because if you really want to customize this to have only the apps that you use a lot, you can do that, and that's very nice. I really like that compared to things like iOS, where you have to have all your apps on your menu screens, so I thought that was really cool. The one thing that does bother me on the home screen and pretty much everywhere is that you're probably going to notice you don't see your AT&T or any of that information, or if you're on Wi-Fi or not. All you see is the time up in the corner. To see your information like what carrier you're on and reception, you have to tap up there, and then it'll drop that down. I think it's a little annoying, to be honest. It kind of... I know what Microsoft is trying to do there. They're trying to make it look clean and streamlined. But I really like to be able to see my reception and all of that without having to tap up there, because sometimes it's not super responsive, or you'll tap too far away from the actual area so it won't show up and then you get all thickety. So I don't really like that. I hope they'll update that to show all that information automatically. I think I would like that quite a lot, but we'll have to see what they do there. So another cool feature with Windows Phone 7 is the feature of people, and as you're going to see, you pretty much can link your Facebook and Twitter accounts, so you can see all your friends. So as you can see, they're all alphabetically listed here. You can select a friend that's on your, but this pretty much aggregates everybody from Twitter or Facebook and puts their information here. So as you can see, I can write on their wall, I can send them an email right there, view their website. This is all information coming from their profile, by the way. I can write them a message or add details. So I can add details about this person if I want. I can look at information about them. Slide there. I can see all the what's new information about that person. So I can see what's going on in their life, on their stream. I'm back to the profile. So that's very cool. You can see what all your friends are doing. Again, here's a capacitive back button. And I can go back. Here I can go to see what's new with everybody on my friends list on Facebook. I can leave comments and look at all these things, go to these links. Here's a most recent from this person. And as you can see, that's very cool. So if you like to stay updated with your friends, that's a very cool feature. Go check out what's going on Facebook. You can also get, obviously you can get a Facebook application from the marketplace. So that's cool. And let me go to the people application. Like I said before, you can hold things down. So I'm holding this application down, and then I can pin it to my start. So now it's on my start, and as you can see, it's a live tile. So all these things, all these different pictures of my friends are moving around on that live tile. As you can see, they change. I can go in here and see what's going on with my friends. So that's pretty cool. That's a very nice feature. I really like the whole live tile sort of aspect that Microsoft was going through there. And also you can see I've got my me, that's me obviously, another live tile I showed you before. And then here I've got what's new with me, so I can basically check my Facebook wall right here and see what's going on. Also, I've got a Facebook application right here, which I'll get into in a few minutes. But that's pretty cool. So let's go to the marketplace really quickly. I'll just go over this very quickly. This is Microsoft's Windows Phone 7 marketplace. And as you're going to see as well, Microsoft is really trying to go for a really nice clean feel with everything. So the marketplace looks very nice. As you can see, when you slide to the left, you get this moving, everything moves a lot. It's very nice and streamlined. And that's thanks to the 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. See, everything works really nice. I never see any lag between the whole thing. So let's go into the apps section. We're loading up applications. So it pretty much changes every day or every few hours, this background, to feature a new application. As you can see, the picture is in the background, moving as you move. So that's very nice looking. Very cool. I like what Microsoft was going with there. So now let's go up here and try Internet Explorer. I want to show you around the browser, which is a big deal with the phone, which actually is a con of mine. So first, let's go to my own website, Phone Uplink, and this will also be a good excuse to show you the keyboard. Let's open that up. So really the main thing I'm about to show you is the keyboard is really nice. It's a really nice keyboard. Everything's pretty good on it. The only problem right here is the function key and up and capitalized keys are in a really weird place on the phone. So you get used to it, but anyways, it's a little weird right there. As you can see right here, I've got an emoticon button, so if you want to quickly add an emoticon to a message when you're messaging a friend or something, you can do that very easily. So that's cool. They definitely are making this work pretty well for messengers, people who do a lot of messaging. So let's open up a article really quickly, and I'll show you pinching and zooming and all of that goodness. And I am on 3G, by the way, so that's why I may be a little bit slow. This website is rendering a little weird, and this is a problem with Windows Phone 7 that I'll get into in a minute. Let's try this article. There we go. And again, it's on 3G. So there you go. Here's the article. Let's load it up. Still buffering. But as you can see, you do have very good pinching and zooming. That all works very nicely. There's no lag really at all there. You also have double tap. So if I want to read this article, I can double tap in. And look at that. The only problem is I found that if an article is too wide or the font is or text is too spaced apart, then it may not actually fit when you pinch and zoom because the phone doesn't resize text. So on some websites I've seen that problem, and it's really weird. So now now that you've seen that it works pretty good, I want to show you one con with the browser. Let's open that back up, and here's the onboard keyboard, which is very nice. I'm more of a fan of the physical keyboard. I like it a lot, but you can also use a onboard keyboard, which is Microsoft's, and works very well. So, sorry about that. Let's go to mashable.com, and I'm going to show you an issue that's come up with Windows Phone 7 for me. That's become a real problem, which is formatting. Windows Phone 7, as you may or may not know, is not very popular yet. So it does get some formatting issues. Like, as you can see, this is a mobile version of Mashable, which definitely should not look like that. I believe it's been more formatted to make sure that it works on iPhone and Android, because over they work pretty good. But on Windows Phone 7, this looks very bad, and it's not supposed to look like that at all. So that's a problem. It's just support for Windows Phone 7 isn't too great yet, and I'll get into that in a minute a little bit further. But you can still read it. Everything still works fine. It's just, it kind of ruins the experience when it looks as bad as it does. Maybe it doesn't look bad to you, I don't know, but it's a problem for me. So, as you can see, that works fine. If you want to make a new tab, you can open this up, click that tab button, you can add a new tab right there, and you enter your web address. You can also put stars or favorites. See if you've got favorite websites you want to go to. You can add as a favorite, open up your favorite websites, and here they've got some favorites right there. That's pretty cool. You can open this back up, quit out of there, and now I'm back into this website. You can also do searches on Bing inside the browser, so we can do a quick search. Let's see. Phone. Let's just do phones. So this is Bing search. May not look like it, but it is Bing search. There you go. So you can search in the browser as well. Select something and load that up. So yeah. That's the browser. It's alright. It really depends. A lot of things don't look too great on this browser, and I don't know. I just don't have a good feel for this browser. Maybe it's because I'm not used to it. Just something. It's really not a great browser. It could be better. I definitely like the iPhone's browser a lot more, and the Android browser on Android 2.3 as well. So it's a little bit lacking. I don't really like to use this browser a whole lot. So I hopefully they'll update it and fix they'll add text resizement, things like that. As well, I wanted to show you from the Bing search. You also got Bing search here. If you're on the home page, this search button will bring you to Bing, as well as this search button will bring you pretty much to searching anything. So, for example, if you're in the marketplace and you click, let's let it load up really quickly, click search, it'll bring up the marketplace search. So this search button pretty much works in many applications. But as I said before, I was talking about the real main issue that's killing Internet Explorer on this browser is support, which is a problem I want to show you in the marketplace. There isn't a whole lot of support for things. It may be kind of hard to show you here, but there aren't many applications I found that I really like on Windows Phone 7, because no one's supporting it. Why would developers want to support Windows Phone 7 when they could be going to the iPhone or Android, which is getting lots of traction? So there are some applications here, but a lot of them are pretty bad, and again, there aren't a whole lot of applications here. So you may see that I don't have a whole lot of applications downloaded. I don't have a ton of applications on my home screens. That's giving me a little lag, but as you can see, I haven't done a lot of these are stock applications. I haven't downloaded many applications because there's not a whole lot of support for Windows Phone 7 right now. And like, for example, the Facebook app, it's really not that good of an application. I'll launch it really quickly and show you. So here's Facebook. As you can see, it looks fine right now. But if you go to groups, let me go to my notifications and I'll find a group that I can go to. Let's go to, here we go, here are notifications. I'll select this one. Now it's loading up the group. As you can see, groups look pretty bad on this, as well as the keyboard. It only works with the on-screen keyboard. It doesn't work with the physical keyboard, so that's a problem. It's a really lacking application. I was really disappointed with the Facebook for Windows Phone 7 because it really is is not that great. It may look fine to you, but I use groups quite often, and they look pretty bad on Windows Phone 7. So that's a little bit disappointing right there. But other things on the same end, other things like Seismic look really good. So it really just depends on what you want to do with this phone. If you're a big apps person, this may not be the phone for you, because the support right now is really not that great. I hope it'll gain traction in the future, but I really don't know. So another good thing, if you're into gaming, if that's what you're looking for, you may be pretty happy because Microsoft has integrated Xbox Live. So pretty much you can sign into your Xbox Live account, you can open this up, and you can play Xbox Live games to earn achievements. So here's Xbox Live. I haven't registered my account or anything in here yet, but as you can see, I got an achievement for 5 gamer score, and these gamer score will link with your Xbox Live account. So when you're on an actual Xbox 360, you'll see these achievements as well, which is pretty cool. You can also have your avatar here, obviously, if you sign in. And here's my games collection. So let's open up Illumia. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is a pretty fun game. And a lot of these games are made by Microsoft, which is pretty interesting. And some of them are a little weird. As you can see, this one's made by Microsoft. Some of them are a little weird. They're little weird games, not very fun. But this one I thought was pretty fun. It's like a puzzle game, which is interesting. So as you can see, that's pretty cool. It uses the accelerometer in there, as you can see. This is just the intro screen, though. Let me start a game. So there's also leaderboards as well in a lot of games because it's in Xbox Live. And you can have things like that. So let's cancel that. We'll select this level. And now it's loading. And even though this may seem cool, Xbox Live, there aren't a whole lot of games actually right now. And a lot of the games are things you see on Xbox Live on an Xbox 360, but they're not as good because they're mobile versions. And they end up not being very great. So I wouldn't. If you really want to do some gaming, I definitely, for now, recommend the iPhone or Android. Personally, I'd recommend the iPhone because that's got the biggest game collection, and they've got very fun games on iOS. But if you want to be able to sync with Xbox Live and have games like this that get achievements for you on Xbox Live, this may be something to consider. Because this is like a game like this is a good example. This is a very good game. It gives me that Little Big Planet feel. It's a very cool game, very cool puzzle game. Where pretty much in this game, pretty much, as you can see, there's a little guy over there, right up there. You're trying to meet up with your friend, and there's obstacles. Like you need to put a block in the way so you can, as you can see, I can use the accelerometer. Your friend's right there, and you need to put the block in the way so you can get to him. So that's pretty interesting, and you can unlock achievements for that, and that's pretty cool. I'll exit the game. Exit that. And let's get back out. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Xbox Live integration is interesting. I hope to see that it goes somewhere on Windows Phone 7. But yeah, that's pretty cool. As you can see, very interesting. If you're an Xbox Live person, then maybe for you. It really depends. You'll have to check out the games collection. I know I've seen a lot of games on there that are from Xbox Live Arcade that are on the marketplace that are pretty interesting. So you might want to check that out. So let's go into the phone really quick, and I'll show you just quickly the phone. And we'll launch this. Let it open. So here you go. And you can see your contact list, which brings you back into the People application. So if these friends, they've got phone numbers linked with their Facebook accounts, or you can just add them. So that's pretty cool, and you can call someone. Again, they've got to have that in there. Those are just my Facebook friends that it's going to. If I added their phone numbers, I'd be able to call them straight from there. So I think it's pretty interesting, the integration between Facebook and your phone and numbers. You can see what all your friends are doing. It kind of feels like trying to get you to be social. It's like a social phone. You connected all the time with your friends. So that's pretty interesting. And overall, everything is pretty nice in this phone. Like I said, the browser is good. It's decent. I mean, there are some weird support issues, but overall, it's a good browser in the end. It works really well. I use it all the time. All the apps are pretty nice. The ones that are pretty nice, like Seismic, for example, it works great, and I've been using it just as my only phone for a while, for a couple days, and I can definitely see where the appeal is. The only thing that's really killing it right now is support. Support definitely needs to be changed on this phone, where we need to get some more support, or it's going to be a dying OS like Windows Phone was before. Well, it wasn't necessarily dying before, it just wasn't that great, and the application selection isn't amazing. So definitely, Windows Phone 7 is very nice. This is a fantastic $50 phone. You get everything you need, data, AT&T 3G, you get all the applications you may want, Twitter, Facebook, Internet Explorer, your browser, and it's very fast, 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. I haven't seen a whole lot of lag. The only lag I ever see is when I'm trying to load a web page or trying to go forward or something like that. And it's really snappy. As you can see right here, you've got all these different transitions and graphics it has to process. So the 1 GHz Snapdragon processor works really well on this phone. It's a great, very, very fast with that 512 megs of RAM. Also, you've got 16 gigs of onboard storage, so you can get lots of applications. Also, Zune is integrated, so you get lots of Zune videos and music. You can go through here. You've got your full Zune player, so if you've seen the Zune before, it's the same as that, only integrated straight into your phone. You can go to the marketplace. We'll launch the marketplace really quick. Got your full marketplace with music, so you can get all your music. They've got tons of music on the marketplace there. You've got some great applications, great games with Xbox Live integration. So if you like to play Xbox Live to get achievements, you can pop in there, get some achievements, play some pretty fun games like Texas Hold'em. And we'll go in here really quickly. I just want to show you the app selection you've got for Xbox Live games. But there's a lot to love with Windows Phone 7. It really is a lot to love. While there may be a couple downers that I've showed you, there's really not a whole lot. And I'm not saying this because I got this phone for review by LG. I'm not saying that. It's just a really nice OS, and it's got lots of potential. So as you can see, here are some Xbox Live games, and Gmo, I don't know how you pronounce that, Harbor Master, Super Monkey Ball, Fable, Coin Golf, Asteroids in the Game Room, I Love Katamari, Full House Poker, sorry, Pro Evolution Soccer, things like that, Castlevania, Pac-Man, Zombies, and there are actually, a lot of these games are really nice. So here's another one, Fast and Furious is right there, Guitar Hero 5, Assassin's Creed, and a lot of these are getting some pretty good ratings. Day Blob is a really good rated game, and you've got Xbox Live achievements, so that's really cool. If you really love Xbox Live, and you love your connections, you love that, you're fine with the Zune Marketplace over iTunes or something like that, it's a really nice phone. I think the benefits of Windows Phone 7 right now outweigh the cons if you really look at it, and definitely aren't a huge app user. If you don't download tons of apps, this will be a great phone for you. I really like the experience I've had on Windows Phone 7, especially with the LG Quantum, with this really, really nice slide-out keyboard that works really well. And that's really what I think about Windows Phone 7. So if you want to go check this out, it's $50 on AT&T with a new 2-year contract. So definitely go give Windows Phone 7 a try today. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And I want to thank LG for sending this out for review. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to follow us at phoneuplink.com and youtube.com/phoneuplink. Thanks for watching.